Yo, what's good YouTube, it's Ecliptic. Today's video is going to be something a little bit different to what I've ever posted before. Today's video I wanted to showcase a game that I got on stream where I queued against Braindbd and Exar. I wasn't initially going to post this video because I really didn't do that well during the game, but I thought that I wanted to get my POV of the game out there. The game was me on Ghostface on Badham Preschool, so the game was kind of cooked from the beginning because Badham is not a great map for M1 killers. However, I also did just make a lot of mistakes during the game, mistakes that I shouldn't have made, things that could have actually ultimately ended up with me winning the game potentially. However, I will be going through my mistakes at the end of this video. I'll show the games first from all POVs because XR and Brain were nice enough to let me use their POVs for this video, so I'll go through those and then right at the end I'll do a little voiceover where I explain all my mistakes and what I could have done differently. For anyone that's not familiar with Brain or XR, they are both really good Dead by Daylight players. They have good followings on Twitch as well, when I will link both their Twitches in the description below, but they're both very good players with a lot of hours between them. I believe Brain was doing some kind of challenge during this video and he just queued into XR. They weren't in a Swift or anything. And one last thing before we get straight into the video, I apologize again for my mic in this video. I just got my boom arm and this new microphone, so I was testing out different mic settings and this one was way too loud, so I will try and normalize the audio levels throughout the video, but I can only do the best of my ability, so I'm sorry if I do seem quite loud. But with that being said, let's get straight into the video and let's watch XR and Brain absolutely juice me. Oh my god, everyone. Wait! I know this guy. Is this who I think it is? Yeah, it is. Yeah, I know this guy. I follow this guy on Twitch. Oh, hang on. Wait. Just a sec. Alright, we've got to lock in for this game. XR's fucking good at the game. Alright, we need to lock in, bro. XR could actually juice us so hard and we got a shit map. Right, hang on. We need to lock in. Wait, that's not fucking Brain as well. There ain't no fucking way, bro.
It's a Ghostface. He's already here. Right, let's break him out of it. Can I please break him out of it? Okay, he's broken out of it.
Alright, we need to lock in because these guys could actually fuck us up so hard. If this is actually Brain, I know it's XR. I don't know if he's like queuing with Brain, but if he actually is, yeah, we could be fucked here. We need to for real lock in. Oh, I knew this guy. Surge is huge. I follow the Brain guy. Bro, these guys are cracked. They're actually fucking insane. XR and Brain are like really good. Again, I don't know if this is the Brain I'm thinking it is, but like if this is the Brain that I'm fairly certain it is, then like this could be so cooked. There's XR. Playing around this. Reveal me from the other side, yep, nice. Take a hit. Bro, XR could fuck me up so hard, man. I'm not ready to chase this. I'm not about to chase XR. I can't even lie. I'm not about to chase this guy. I don't think he's in a Swift. I'll get drop leg value around this car, bro. Cars are not your friend on this killer.
Movie.
Less than 3.
Pumpkin, thank you for the sub as well, my friend. Thank you very much. The 9 months. W Pumpkin. I'm definitely 99 from earlier, by the way. Okay.
Yeah, Brain's about to juice the fuck out of me, bro. XR tanks a hit. Surprised he got prompt there. Okay, we can't chase him. It's Braindbd. Is it him? Is he alive?
Oh, that's unlucky, bro. Could have been a bloodlust transfer as well, to be honest.
We'll take XR basement. Bro, you actually don't know how fucking, like, genuinely frightening this is. I lurk in Exar streams all the fucking time. And this guy's good at the game. Where's the other one? Check spots. It's a strong-ass pallet. Okay, we jump scare Brain.
I'm in chase. Where? Oh, I've just ran into a wall.
Brain's W keying away. Someone's got to be going for XI. There's no way they'll let him go second. Surely not, right? He went second. Whoa, my god. This gen is literally like one tap. If she just got on the gen instead of doing that. Insta-vaults. I didn't need getting revealed there. This is bad. They could just be cranking gens. I'm wasting so much time doing this. Oh, it's XR again, bro. I was so hoping it was the fucking Thalita. Waiting on that corner to reveal me too. Oh, he's going to try and force a break. Bro, he's wasting so much time on this pallet. Dead hard. Oh my god, bro. That dead hard is so clutch. Alright, we need to like watch out here. Deadlock might just save our ass. Okay.
Ooh, unlucky.
Right, all those gens are going to be getting cranked. It's not DS. Alright, we got XR. I feel bad. He went to second. Like, so I feel bad. We're just going to expose. Right, I don't know if this is Brain, but he's playing like him, so like I wouldn't be too surprised.
Do you know those compilations on YouTube that like don't celebrate too early compilations? I'm gonna be in one of those.
Right, we can do something here.
Okay, maybe it's best to just not take any risks. Okay, not take any risks. Just throw that and loop this into the window.
Oh, I feel like I should have hit. He's going to force a break. Yeah, comp drop. Yeah, GG's. Bro, that game could have gone so... I needed the Thalita out. If I got the Thalita out early on, then things might have gone differently. Okay, so now that we've seen the game, we can clearly see that I got absolutely cooked. So now before the angry comments get there first and start saying how shit I am at the game and how awful I am at Ghostface and should just retire and delete my channel and my Twitch and never play the game again and uninstall and just do all of this shit, I'm going to run through some of my biggest mistakes that I made during this game, and trust me, there were a lot of them. The first and most obvious mistake that I made during this game is the obvious mistake of chasing. I am a very big preacher of not chasing on Ghostface, and I completely broke that today. I should not have ego chased Brain at the start. I should not have ego chased XR around that car. That wasted way too much time. It's almost as if I forgot the survivors that I was actually going against and just saw their names and who they were, and I thought I just wanted to get the chases done, which is something that you should definitely not be doing on a killer like Ghostface. You shouldn't really be chasing at all. There is a quote that I do like to live by when playing Ghostface, which is the best chase on Ghostface is the one that never started. And to be completely honest with you, this logic that I had going into the game completely went out the window as soon as I started ego ego chasing on them. They were really high level players. They can walk M1 killers like a dog all day, every day, no matter who it is. So me trying to ego chase them ultimately threw me the game, and that is probably the biggest mistake that I made. The other mistake that I made was not getting the Thalita out earlier. I do believe that with the position that I was in, with the amount of gens that were left, I could not have won that game with all 4 survivors still there, and the Thalita was on death hook, so I realistically should have gotten her out earlier. Another thing that I did need to realise was that while I was ego chasing, they were all going to be cranking separate gens. They are all good players and they played it really well, so they all had progress on different gens, which is really hard for a killer like Ghostface to keep under control, especially if you're ego chasing someone. Although I managed to get Exar out, the last gen had popped after I had hooked him, like just after I had hooked him. What I should have done with Exar was leave the chase when we were at main building, on the outside section of main building at that car. I should have left then and there and started going into my night shroud and moving around the map, getting pressure as much as I could, getting all the stalks I could, and I did have driver's license on, so I should have probably just stalked someone off a gen. And that was another mistake that I made actually. I did not do enough stalking during the game. I was instead prioritising injuries because I thought that if I made them all heal, it would slow down the gens, so I would have more active pressure than the passive pressure of stalking. But in reality, stalking tanks injuries on pressure any day of the week, especially at that unhook outside of main building. Instead of just running into them and trying to get injury states or trying to even get downs of the people that already were injured, I should have stalked them all, get them all 99'd, and then gone for one of them as opposed to going for a specific one before stalking everyone. Another big mistake I made was right at the end when Brain dropped that filler next to Shaq, because that can lead into a really long and strong loop if you don't break it straight away, which is definitely what I should have done. I should have zoned him onto the Shaq side and then broke the pallet, which meant that he was stuck at Shaq. The only reason I say this was the best thing to do was because if I broke him on Shaq's side, that meant I was zoning him away from the gate, and I knew that was the gate being opened, so I decided to try and keep him away from it. But instead of breaking the pallet and zoning him that side, I decided to just not break the pallet and force him that side, which ultimately meant that he had a really strong loop to tie me around with. This is only the best thing to do in this instance because I'm at the end game, they're opening the gate, and Brain was the only one I had eyes on, so leaving the chase to try and stalk everybody else would have been a massive waste of time, and I would have just confirmed the fact that they were going to get a 3 out. Chasing Brain was the only way that I could have maybe got the 2 out. And Badham is an incredibly strong map against M1 killers, especially killers like Ghostface, but the big issue was the way I played. I could have played better, and I probably could have got a better result. The map doesn't determine how the game goes, it just was a big disadvantage for me. Ultimately, the lack of stalking and the lack of pressure that I built throughout the game was what threw me the game. Also, the lack of lean stalking I did. I found myself struggling to find lean objects, things that you can actually lean off to get the lean and stalk on Ghostface, so I ended up just popping my power and then just stalking, just standing there, which does next to nothing, and you should almost never do it unless you're popping someone's 99. But yeah, with all that being said, I do hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you again soon.